Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence. And today we're joined by another distinguished guest. Trina Daisel, who is the Executive Director of the United Way of Southern West Virginia, joins us this morning. Thanks so much for coming to the forum.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for people out there that may not be familiar with what the United Way does, can you give them a little information?
Absolutely. United Way is a really recognizable brand, but sometimes it's misunderstood as to what we do. And United Way of Southern West Virginia provides support to our partner agencies within our 7-county coverage area. That includes Nicholas, Fayette, Raleigh, Mercer, McDowell, Summers, and Wyoming counties. And what we do is raise the funds that those organizations need to make the most impact with their programs. So we issue grants after a grant application is completed by those agencies in the spring, and we issue grants up to $25,000 to help support them in their work.
Awesome. And you also do a lot of fun events, like we got Dancing with the Stars coming up next week.
Yes.
And I'm guessing, anybody that's been familiar with, the Dancing with the Stars on TV can kind of guess what it's about. But what is the inspiration behind you all doing that locally?
So this is actually our 10th season of Dancing with the Stars. We had to skip a couple years due to the pandemic, but we brought it back last year, and we're having a great season this year. It's completely based on the TV show Dancing with the Stars, except that we use 12 local stars who are all not professional dancers, and they get paired together to work over the course of the summer to practice their dancing with a local choreographer who's assigned to them. And then they perform on the night of Friday the 22nd, which is this Friday. And they also work all summer long on fundraising, which Dancing with the Stars is our biggest fundraiser of the year. All 6 teams compete to see who can raise the most funds, and that's their People's Choice Award. And then we have judges who are local dance studio owners who work with us on the night of the event, who judge their dances and give us our Judges' Choice Awards.
So what is the process for choosing the stars?
Well, it's a tough process. We like to have people in the community who are visible and well-known and well-liked, obviously, so they can get support. But it really just takes someone who's willing to step outside of their comfort zone and make the commitment to put the time and effort into the fundraising and the dance practices to work for the residents of Southern West Virginia. And we try to pair people up who come from different backgrounds, different industries, so they can pull from their own supporters to support their team. This year we have 6 great couples. They've really all done a great job. This cast is amazing, and they get to work with choreographers who try to show them a really good time with it and teach them some new things.
Cool. I wonder, have you ever had any stars that maybe weren't the strongest dancer beforehand, but really came and
They all say that they're not great dancers. When we ask them to do it, that's the immediate thing. I'm not a great dancer. Our choreographers are wonderful. We have local volunteer choreographers who work with these teams who know that they're amateur dancers and don't have experience. So they start at their comfort level, and then they just keep pushing them. And by the time we get to our main event, these folks are flipping and twirling and tossing each other in the air, and you would never know that they didn't have dance experience.
It sounds like a fun time.
It is.
What type of impact have you seen Dancing with the Stars kind of have on the community?
This, like I mentioned, is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it has a huge impact. Like I said, we cap our grant applications at a $25,000 request. So that is the most that we'll distribute to our partner agencies. But we see requests from our partners who are, really a crosscut of the support for the residents of Southern West Virginia, like food pantries, baby needs pantries, our senior centers that do home delivered meals, and every dollar counts to them to help put on their programs and make a great impact with their clients. So, when we're bringing in potentially $150,000 or, hopefully this year close to $200,000, it makes a huge impact and allows us to offer greater support to those agencies doing the work in the community.
And speaking of community and support, I always love to ask at Community Forum, is there any way that the community can help you all out? With the event, do you need any volunteers or?
Absolutely. They can always reach us on our website. The contact form is there that comes directly to me. If anyone sends us an email through the website, unitedwayswv.org. They can donate on that site as well if they want to vote for one of our teams. Their bios are listed there, all their names and choreographers. If they have experience with some of these teams and really want to show them support, they can vote for them in the People's Choice. And they can contact us if they would like to volunteer for the event as well, or at any time. We have lots of initiatives over the course of the year, reading aloud in local schools, a day of service that we offer through partnership with WVU Tech. So anyone who's interested in volunteering can contact us, and we'd be happy to pair them with an opportunity.
Awesome. You said Dancing with the Stars is your largest event. So pretty much after the night is done, are you pretty much back to planning Dancing with the Stars? Or?
We take a little break, maybe a month, maybe the month of October we take off. Just to decompress and assess everything that happened and made sure we don't make any mistakes and try to get our minds ready for next year. But we do start planning. We'll start planning for 2024 in early November of this year once we kind of reassess from 2023.
So anybody out there, that is interested in coming to the event, what do they need to know? Do they need to get tickets, things like that?
Yes, tickets are available on our website. Individual tickets are seated in our bronze section, and those are $90 a piece. And at this time, we still have some tickets available. All of our platinum and gold section tables are sold out, and we may have a couple silver tables left. Those have been selling quickly as well. So I would say if they're interested, to go online and purchase those tickets so they make sure they can get a seat at the event.
Awesome. And so we're almost to the end of September. So we already know that means Christmas is pretty much right around the corner, and you all have the Wonderland of Trees event.
Yes.
So, for the people out there that may not be familiar with that, what does that entail?
That's really a family-friendly event. I think we're in our 13th year of Wonderland of Trees. It's hosted by the Summit Bechtel Reserve, who allows us space of the JW Marriott Leadership Center on their property. Different organizations, individuals, churches, groups sponsor a tree, and they decorate them beautifully. Offer additional value with them sometimes, gift cards and things, and then we auction those trees as our fundraiser. I believe that's on the night of November 17th this year. So right before Thanksgiving, you get your tree, you can bring it home, have it decorated and set up in your house for Thanksgiving, and you're ready to go.
That's handy.
It is.
Already decorated and just, take it on home. So can any, business or organization join in the Wonderland of Trees?
Yes, absolutely. Anyone who's interested, an individual, if they really have a passion for decorating Christmas trees or want to support their community, they can do it as well. They can just reach out to us, again, through the website if they're interested, and we'll send them a registration form to make sure we have their tree reserved. Those trees are delivered to us by Walmart. They're a great partner, and they're set up at the JW Marriott Leadership Center. So then when the decorators come in, the trees are ready to go, ready for them set up, and they can just start making them beautiful.
And that's a really, cool event idea. It's something really unique. So what was really the inspiration behind that?
Oh gosh, years ago we had one of our local board members attend an event somewhere out of state that was a similar style event where they decorated and auctioned trees. And Richard Gerald with Chick-fil-A was this board member at the time, and he came back and brought the idea to United Way, and we launched it, like I said, about 13 years ago, and it has just grown ever since. We usually have about 45 trees that are decorated locally, and it's just a really fun, family-friendly event. We're at the summit for about 2 weeks, letting people come, visit, get an idea for how they want to decorate themselves, see who's provided the trees. We do some family fun days where we have Santa there. We have cookie decorating and gingerbread house building, and we just try to make it a great lead into the holiday season.
It sounds like it is, definitely. So During the auction, there's a separate event for that?
Yes. So during the 2 weeks that you can come out and view the trees, there's absolutely no fee to come out and view them. It's free to the public. They come out and we ask them if they'd like to vote for one as their favorite. They can pay $1 for vote. But then on the night of the auction, that's also free to attend. And we have an auctioneer who starts the bidding for these beautiful trees, and our local community members bid on them, till we get to the highest bidder, and then they either get to take them home, or if they sell for over $1,000, we will deliver them to their homes within Fayette and Raleigh counties.
Do you get many over $1,000, or is it?
We do. It's really wonderful what the community does to come together to provide additional value to these trees. So often there's gifts with them or experiences. Last year, the Solid Waste Authority had an experience with the ARC Encounter. So they had tickets to the ARC Encounter and gift card to allow for lodging and gas to travel there. It was a beautiful tree, and it went for over $1,000. So it was delivered to the recipient, and then they were able to enjoy the event as well by going to the ARC Encounter and experiencing that as a family.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun, and it also sounds like you can get a lot out of it, just being able to give back, but then you also get something too. So.
Exactly, that's exactly right. There's all kinds of opportunities with the trees. Not only are they beautiful, but they have additional gifts and value with them, and it's really a wonderful way to support your community.
So if any businesses or organizations out there watching, they just need to get in touch with you all?
They just need to get in touch with us. They can call at 304-253-2111, or they can visit the website at unitedwayswv.org.
Awesome. And let's see. Actually, we're almost to our first break, and I think you've already plugged the information there, but just one more time for the people out there, just in case they missed it.
Yes, absolutely. UnitedWaySWV.org. For now, with Dancing with the Stars, they can visit that to buy tickets or vote for their favorite couple. Or if they're interested in Wonderland, we've already had people registering, so they can ask us about more information for Wonderland of Trees as well.
Awesome. And thank you guys. Be sure to come back after our break. I'll speak more with Trina Daisel, Executive Director of United Way of Southern West Virginia, about Dancing with the Stars and the upcoming Wonderland of Trees. Welcome back to Sunday Community Forum. I'm here with Executive Director Trina Daisel of the United Way of Southern West Virginia, and we're talking about the upcoming Dancing with the Stars and also a little bit about the Wonderland of Trees, because it's never too early for Christmas. So with Dancing with the Stars, who will be the stars this year for us to look forward to?
Yeah, we have a great community of volunteers who have agreed to dance with us this year. We have 6 teams, and they're each paired with a choreographer. Team number 1 is Miranda Ullman, who's a local realtor, and Jeremy Hall, who's the regional CEO for Beckley ARH. And they're paired with a young choreographer, Jaden Kidd, who's been putting them through their paces and teaching them their routine. Our team number 2 is Amanda Stroop, a pharmacist with Sam's Club, and James Williams, who is the owner-operator of Corner Gas and Grill in Pax. And they're paired with Brittany Fitzgerald, their choreographer, who's the owner of Legacy Dance Company. I think she's had them really moving through their routine. I've heard James has had a few minor injuries so far, but nothing too serious, and they've really enjoyed working with her. Our team number 3 is Mariah Harrison, who's with the Summit Bechtel Reserve, and Louis Reinhardt, the owner of Secret Sandwich Society, which I understand should be reopening soon. They're paired with Melanie Ellison, who's a choreographer with Rhythms of Grace Dance Studio, and they have just had a great time working together over the summer. They're our Fayette County representatives for Dancing with the Stars. Team number 4 is Cindy Fernald and Dr. John Fernald with Rainbow Pediatrics. Their choreographer is Lexi Gray. They're our second married couple to participate with Dancing with the Stars. We had one last year, and they've had their routine this year and practice, and I think they've enjoyed it as kind of their weekly date nights out to get out and practice together, so they've had a great time. Team number 5 is Jessica Farish, who's with WVNS, and Clint Blunt, owner of Vinyl Tracks in Beckley. And their choreographer is another young woman who is a student at Concord University. Her name's Tinley Adams. And they've had a great time. They came into it with some ideas to share with her, and she's adapted those to help them create a routine for that. And then team number 6 is Morgan Spolarich, who is an assistant prosecuting attorney in Raleigh County, and Brent Osborne, who works with JanCare Ambulance. Their choreographer is Brent's sister, Jessica Broyles, and I think that's brought an interesting dynamic to their practices because she's really been pretty tough on him. She's a former dancer herself, and I think she wanted him to see just how difficult it can be, but he has managed that very gracefully, and they've also had a great time together. So that's 18 people who've agreed to really support United Way over the course of the summer and give a lot of their time and resources to do that. So we appreciate them. We hope the community appreciates them and shows them some support.
Oh, sure, we definitely will. And like just hearing you go through the names, I was like, oh, those are some notable, local names. I was like, I've heard a lot of those.
Yeah, they're a great group of people, and they've put in a lot of hard work.
That's awesome. And with the choreographers, are they matched a specific way, or do they choose who they want to be their choreographer? Or
well, sometimes when our dancers agree to dance with us, they'll ask if a certain choreographer is available, if they know them personally or if they've seen them work with another couple in the past with Dancing with the Stars. So we try to make everybody as comfortable as possible with pairing them up with their choreographers. It happens that Lexi Clay, who's working with Cindy and Dr. John Fernald, actually is the daughter of someone that Cindy went to school with, so there's a connection there. And then, like I mentioned, Brent's working with his sister as his choreographer, and he wanted to bring her in and work with her. So there's sometimes some connections, and sometimes they just go in blind and get to meet each other, from the jump. But it all really works out because they're putting their heart and soul into doing this. And like I said, the dancers are really stepping outside of their comfort zone, not having the dance experience, and the choreographers try to make it as easy as possible, and then push them to do their best as well. So it's a great experience.
And I love how you mentioned how it is physically exhausting, and it's grueling to do those dances. And even when you watch Dancing with the Stars on television, you see how oftentimes people do get hurt. So
they do, and we haven't had any major injuries, but there have been some requests to slide across the stage, and then you've got a little bit of floor burn or something, and just things where people don't have that dance experience and their bodies aren't used to that kind of practice, and so they become more familiar with it. And some of them have really loved the experience and hope to continue dancing as they finish up with Dancing with the Stars and move on. So we really appreciate all those folks who volunteer and give so much of their time over the summer. The choreographers sometimes do it year after year, so they're really unsung heroes of the process, because the dance teams finish up with it in September, and then often we ask the choreographers to come back the next season and work with us again, and they're really great to do that.
That's awesome. And I was actually glad that you said something about the dancers still wanting to dance after the fact, because I was wondering about that. How do they usually feel after the whole experience is done and they've done it?
It's really amazing to see how nervous they are in the beginning, and then how they grow to become more confident. And that's a lot on the choreographers, really pushing them to go beyond their comfort level. And then by the end of it, on the night of the event, there is such goodwill in the audience. A lot from people who, just really appreciate the 12 dancers who said yes, who know what they go through. There's a lot of previous dancers in the audience, and they know the experience as well. So when those folks are on stage, there's such a feeling of goodwill in the audience and just appreciation of what they've done, that the dancers really feed off that, and you can see their energy and their excitement as they're dancing, and it's a wonderful experience.
Sounds really positive, and just a joy-filled, fun-filled night.
It is.
So, and do you all? I think I vaguely remember last year there was a red carpet event beforehand. Are you doing that again this year?
Yes, for our previous dancers and then our current dancers and their supporters, we do have a VIP event right before the main event gets started. So they get to mingle a little bit, talk with their really dedicated supporters, and show them their appreciation by having them at this VIP event. The previous dancers from 9 previous seasons also come and give these folks support. It's a kind of an exclusive group that knows what they've all been through, throughout the fundraising and the practices over the summer. So they really buoy each other up and give them support. And then when that's over, we have our red carpet at the rear entrance of the convention center, and all of the guests and the dancers walk the red carpet to come in. And we try to elevate it as much as possible to really make it the premier event of the season.
It sounds like it, definitely. And I really love that, the past dancers come too. And I feel that this kind of opens you up to maybe one season doing an all-star season.
We've talked about it. You read my mind. We've definitely talked about it. We have people who've said they would come back. We have people who've said, oh my goodness, 10 years later, my body can't handle it again. So that's a no for me. But I think an all-star season would be great. And I think, that's coming up in the future, maybe within the next couple years.
So, yeah, I see there's so many things you could do with it. I mean, even some of the winners, you can take the winner circle season and
yes,
you can get into themes and things. So that'll be really fun. So, we were talking a little bit before we even started about there's a new chairperson with.
Yes. Our campaign fundraising season begins on September 1st and goes through March 31st. We raise money all year round, but that is the season when we're doing workplace campaigns and local businesses asking for their employees' support. We have our, events like Dancing with the Stars and Wonderland of Trees. And each year we name a chairperson of our campaign who's really the face of the campaign. They write our articles for the Register Herald. And this year, the Todd and Rachel Cornett family, as a family, agreed to be our chairpersons. Rachel Cornett serves on our board. She's the vice chairman of our board, and they're just very committed to the community. They're with JanCare Ambulance. I mentioned Brent Osborne, one of our dancers, works with them. So Todd and Rachel and their family will be the faces of our campaign this year. We're really excited to have them. The board of directors of United Way set our campaign goal at $850,000 this year. So we're excited to work with the community, work with our campaign chairs to hopefully reach that goal and make a great impact for the residents of Southern West Virginia.
Awesome. And do you have any other, fundraising? I know you do like the workplace campaigns and things like that. Are there any other, fundraising events or things going on currently?
We do. We're still wrapping up Dancing with the Stars. Like I said, people can still vote for their favorites. If they're not coming to an event, they can, vote for their neighbor, their colleague. We have those 12 dancers who are, really kind of all across different industries. So we encourage people to give them their support. But in October, as we're preparing for Wonderland of Trees, we have Denim for a Difference. So that's when we, send out registration forms to our local businesses. Schools are a great supporter, and if employers allow, they can let their employees register to wear denim for a week to support United Way. It's $5 for one day, $10 for 3 days, or $15 for the whole week to wear denim to work, be a little more casual in your workplace. And all those funds support our agency partners at United Way of Southern West Virginia.
Sure, that's a pretty lucrative one.
It's very popular. After the pandemic, people really started dressing more casually to return to work. So we encourage our employers to say, hey, if you're already letting them wear jeans, let them wear leggings one day. Just let your employees be comfortable. Support United Way, give them a little opportunity to come together as a workplace and have a common goal. And it's a wonderful fundraiser, and everybody wants to have a chance to dress down and be a little more comfortable at work.
Definitely. I'd participate, but I wear jeans most of the time back here since I'm behind the desk. So if anyone, was interested in getting more involved with the United Way, or maybe even, getting into a position, what would be the process for that?
They just need to contact us. We have a really small staff at United Way. We're open to people stopping by, giving us a call, reaching out on our website, or, just grabbing me at one of the events and saying, hey, I really love this event. I would love to participate. I think I'd love to dance next year, and we'll put your name on that list and get you paired up with somebody. Or if they want to help volunteer, we have tons of volunteers who make these events happen. Monday morning, we'll all be at the convention center getting it decorated for the Friday night event. So it takes a lot of volunteers to make that happen. And if anyone's interested, they can just show up, give us a call. We'll pair them up with an opportunity and utilize their talents for sure.
Awesome. So anybody out there looking to volunteer or, just get more involved with the community in Southern West Virginia? And is this open to, all of Southern West Virginia?
Yes, absolutely.
So wherever you're from, Nicholas, Fayette, Summers, wherever, if you want to get more involved, get in touch with the United Way. So before we head out, we are about 1 or 2 minutes out. Could you one more time give the contact information for people that are interested in either going to Dancing with the Stars or getting, more involved with United Way?
Absolutely. There is full information on our website about the partner agencies that we support, information about our board of directors, information about how to buy tickets to Dancing with the Stars or to reach any of the employees, any of the staff there. They can visit unitedwayswv.org for any information or to contact me or another staff member. And then also 304-253-2111 is the direct line there. But I would just say one of our most important initiatives is the 211 information hotline. So if anyone needs local resources, if they have a need and they're not quite sure where to turn, if they've never had to utilize a food pantry and they don't know where their local food pantry is, or if they're struggling with a utility bill, they can call 211. That's a United Way initiative. They'll be connected with someone in our office who can direct them to the local resources they need. It's a free call, it's confidential, it's available 24/7. When our staff is not there, it goes to a call center. So it's manned completely 24/7, 365, anytime. You can call 211 if you need a connection, and our operators will connect those callers with the local resources that they may not know where to find by just doing an internet search or, asking around. So 211 is the information hotline if people locally are looking for local resources.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was perfect because